Hello there everybody, it is me FreezerBunny and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're building another apartment here in San Myshuno. This time we're building this industrial style loft here in the Spice District. So this apartment has one loft style bedroom, one bathroom, and there's also a little bonus coffee shop downstairs, which I imagine would be kind of like an artisanal hipster coffee shop run by whoever lives here. So the aesthetic that really inspired me for this apartment was kind of like modern New York. So this is like a combination of a lot of like really quintessential New York features. You know, there's a lot of red bricks, there's you know, a lot of like wrought iron and all of that awesome hipstery stuff, I would say, mixed with a lot of really modern stuff. So this apartment was designed to look like a modern extension to this older apartment building downstairs. So yeah, it's really awesome, if I do say so myself. I'm quite happy with how it turned out, especially the interior. I love this loft, which kind of like was the main purpose of doing this. I really wanted to see if I can execute something like this, because I feel like there's been a lot of progress when it came to improvements in The Sims 4, and I really wanted to see what I can come up with a game, because I was getting tired of, you know, square rooms. So this is my attempt at making something that's a little bit more interesting. So I knew that I wanted to have a bedroom that had the roof line visible from the bedroom. So this is my attempt at it. As you guys can see, I'm using multiple roof pieces to achieve the look I was going for. And yeah, the bedroom is in this kind of like, I guess it's the loft, basically. I'd like to think it's a mezzanine. For those of you guys know, it's just mezzanine is an architectural term that refers to kind of like a halfway floor level, I guess. So that's kind of like what I was trying to go for, even though in the end it's just, you know, like a normal floor level. But before anything else, quick disclaimer, once again, this is not an actual apartment. This is just a normal house that was designed to look like an apartment, because we can't really make our own custom apartments in The Sims 4. I really wish we had this ability. Okay, so you know how when you move your Sims into like a regular apartment in The Sims 4, there's times when you can't really see your neighbor's apartment. They have like this way of blocking those out. I wish we could somehow do that in custom apartments, if you guys get what I mean. So yeah. Also, for those of you guys who have seen my previous apartment build, it was the Rooftop living build. A lot of you guys suggested I incorporate elevators in my apartment because I could get them from by debug. Apparently I searched by debug, I couldn't find any elevators, so I got some from the gallery. And let me tell you guys that using elevators was a little bit of a struggle, because I had to fiddle around with working with them because I did encounter quite a few glitches. Basically, you're only allowed to have one elevator in The Sims 4. I was a little bit stubborn at first because I wanted to have three. Wanted to have one per floor because I felt like that was more realistic, but in the end, I just deleted the other two elevators and just kept one. The one that's in the Sims unit, I kept that one, and then the other elevators I just put like a window. I put one of those blue tinted windows that came with Get to Work to kind of like substitute as what elevators are supposed to be. But in my experience, every time I would like go into this apartment from neighborhood view, the sim would actually spawn in the elevator. So in a way, the elevator is kind of functional. Not really, because for the most part, the sim is going to access their apartment through this like fire escape staircase that I incorporated here. So at this point, we're already finished building the other apartment block next door. This is actually the apartment block where the little coffee shop is located, so it's a really cute little bonus coffee shop, I would say. So yeah, it's that red little shop type thing. It's really narrow, but I just felt like I wanted to incorporate something like that because I felt like it just made things look a little bit more realistic and a little bit more interesting from previous apartments that I did. So whoever lives here is definitely like really hipster. And I don't know, for some reason I just went for like this workshop aesthetic for this apartment. I don't know why. The person living here probably doesn't even make anything related to like a workshop, but that's kind of just the aesthetic that I went for. So there's a lot of bricks, there's a lot of red bricks, there's a lot of like distressed material like these, I would say upcycled wood, which was used for the floor. And then downstairs there's also a lot of concrete textures as well, which I feel like is just very, very industrial. So now we're working on the one and only bedroom for this house, or like for this apartment. And yeah, it's this bedroom which is on this loft level. Really, really happy with how it turned out. I love how the bed kind of like is underneath this skylight window type thing. It's very, very beautiful at night. It's got beautiful views of the city. So make sure it looks very beautiful at night actually. I wish we had more lots to actually build here and not just apartment ones, because I think I would have built way more apartments. But yeah, here I am just incorporating in some, you know, like clutter and a computer. I will actually change that computer off camera into the laptop that was patched in just recently a couple days ago. It's the base game laptop that was just patched in, just because I felt like whoever lives here probably you know, like would have a laptop in my mind, because I think their main business would probably be running that coffee shop, like running that artisanal coffee shop. Maybe once in a while they would do like some graphic design, like do some Photoshop posters or whatever, like something like that. Or like they could probably also like be an artist, because I think downstairs I put like an easel, so once in a while I imagine them to maybe like exhibit their work. I have to clear my throat for a second. Excuse me, that was unexpected. But yeah, we're gonna carry on. So right now we're working on the kitchen, and I'm actually really happy with this kitchen. So I'm using the Django Adventures counters. I really, really love the swatch that I used for them, because I don't think I've ever used that color before, but I ended up using a slightly darker, like reddish wood color with these bronze accents, and I feel like they just look really industrial. Also, disclaimer, some of this apartment was inspired by stuff that I've seen online. Like, I didn't go for like a particular apartment, but I was definitely inspired by things that I've seen online, so just a disclaimer for that. For those of you who might be like, oh my gosh, I've seen this somewhere before. Yeah, I've seen some reference images online, and I kind of just emulated what I've seen to make it more realistic, basically. So here in the kitchen area, we have the main dining area as well in the middle. And yeah, for the appliances, I used some Parenthood ones because I felt like they look really industrial. I mainly love the Parenthood fridge because it has this like frame surrounding it that makes it more like cohesive with the rest of the cabinetry, basically, if you guys get what I mean. So yeah, but yeah, at this point I'm really, really happy with the way the kitchen looks like. It does look very industrial in a way, but also really contemporary and really, I don't know, it's just it feels really realistic, if you guys get what I mean. I feel like somebody in real life would actually genuinely like to have this kitchen and make these choices. So yeah, just to add in a pop of color, I used those red dining chairs, which I thought just really made a very nice, bold statement for this otherwise really monotonous apartment. So here I'm just doing this ceiling light feature type thing. This part of the apartment does have a high ceiling, so I had to use those pendant lights in an interesting way just to make things a little bit more interesting looking. Can I just point out the gorgeous light that is flooding into the space from one of those floor-to-ceiling windows? It's so beautiful. But here we're working on the main living area. I tried to do like this lounge type situation at first, which it didn't turn out well. I tried to do like an L-shaped sofa, but it kind of failed, so I just separated the chairs. Hopefully one day we do get like L-shaped sofas or like modular sofas. That would be super awesome. I don't know what they're waiting for, because I mean at this point we probably had those in The Sims 2 and in The Sims 3 already. But yeah, I love these like studded sofas. I use a lot of studded furniture like that leather chair as well, because I feel like they look really industrial. And the TV is from Movie Hangout stuff. Oh, and I also put like that little fire escape type thing because I just felt like it made everything look a lot more realistic. So that fire escape does lead to a set of stairs that can go downstairs. I would recommend you guys to lock that because there's another fire escape just next to the elevator, which I imagine would be the main entrance to this place. But here I'm just putting in a bunch of clutter, and I think at this point the whole like workshop vibe is starting to come together. So that was actually done unintentionally, but it does look kind of like some sort of wood carving workshop or something like that. So yeah, I usually edit out parts where I do the clutter, but in this case, since this video was a little bit shorter, I just thought I would include it because it's good for you guys to see me do my clutter once in a while. But I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take this time to give you guys a little bit of a life update. So in a couple of weeks, in early May, I will be leaving on another vacation in Taiwan. So I'm going on another trip abroad, and I'm a little bit busy preparing for that. So if I'm away on social media, you guys please keep in mind that I'm really stressed out about this trip abroad. Yeah, I'm really stressing out. I don't know why, to be honest, because I feel like when you go abroad, you're supposed to enjoy yourself and stuff like that. But I'm just like, it needs to be perfect. Like, I could not leave any detail unconsidered, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm kind of just obsessing about everything. I'm doing quite a lot of online shopping as well, which is probably not a good idea because I feel like when I get there, I'm gonna buy a lot of stuff. So we'll see. So now we're working on the one and only bathroom for this place, and let me tell you guys, it was definitely quite a struggle because I wanted to incorporate a lot of things and I don't think I was able to do so, but you know, I did my best and tried to make it look industrial at least, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love that shower. I wish we had just a shower spout. Please, EA, I'm desperate for like just a shower. And I also used that corner bathtub as well, just to make things look a little bit more interesting and not boring. Here I'm including some footage of me actually putting in some furnishings here in this main lobby area, and this is just mainly the, I would say, delivery mail box area you would get in like normal regular apartments. But now we're working on the last little bit of this apartment, which is this kind of like hipster coffee shop. It's really narrow, it doesn't have a lot of seating. I do imagine people who are patrons of this coffee shop probably come here more as like, you know, like a breakfast type situation where they would just take out their coffee and maybe like a baguette or like a pastry or something like that and just go to work, basically. So that's kind of like just the vibe I was going for. I didn't want to spend too much time on this. I don't even think you can run your own coffee shop. If you really want to make this a functional coffee shop, you're probably gonna have to use a lot of dine out stuff and kind of like expand this place to accommodate all of the dine out stuff. But you could do that and make this a functional coffee shop if you kind of like just make the menu exclusively coffee shop items and pastry. So yeah. Outside, like at the back, there's quite a lot of space. So there's a little park for the kids, and there's a little parking garage as well at the back. You guys will see it in the screenshots of the floor plan. And here we're just working on the seating area as well as some decorative parts of this coffee shop as well. But I think this build is actually coming up to an end, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my commentary right here. Once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, please don't forget to help support the channel by sharing the video, leaving a like, and also leaving a comment letting me know what you thought of this video. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my commentary right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. You all have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.